Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gondo's coming up. But don't worry, because we have Usman Somke, everyone's favourite character, said no one ever. Very uninteresting characters, Usman. Sigi! I wonder how long I'll record for. I'll have to be up tomorrow, it's Sunday tomorrow. So I could probably like do this all night. People would hate me though. Because that would generally take me up until like fucking 4 AM. Yikes. Right, what can I say about Usman? Usman Somke is an opponent that Joe fights before fighting Kim. That's literally it. He's built up to be like someone actually really strong and cool. They bring him up and they say like, oh, he was like an undefeated Muay Thai fighter. And then they talk about like how good Muay Thai is in comparison to boxing. Fair enough. Muay Thai is a fucking crazy sport. And the fighters have to be super strong and conditioned. Then Joe just beats him in like 1 round or something crazy. It's like, what is it? Like 2-3 rounds? 1 round? Regardless, it's no time at all. It is incredible. But that's his character. He's just basically like pre-Kim. That's all he is. He's like the penultimate boss before Kim. Or even no. He's like Kim's like a late game stage boss, and Usman's like a mid boss. That's what he is. He's just someone that you have to beat to get to the main boss. It's like, what's the point of even having him then? Like, he adds so little to the story. He could have been cool. He could have been cool. Naturally, he's one of the characters who obviously doesn't appear after he's beaten. And it's like, well, why? I personally think it's probably because he's so detailed with all the tattoos that the author, the illustrator, was like, I don't want to draw him anymore because he's got too much going on. I wouldn't really, you know, I'd believe that as an excuse, to be honest. It's something I do, to be honest. I'm pretty enraged right now. You know, if you've been following, you know obviously what's been happening with the course. And, ooh. I've just been having a rant to someone. Unbelievable. I got so mad just thinking about it makes me so angry. Not even the whole like wasting money, all this shit. Just generally like actually being on the course makes me so. It just makes me so mad. The tutors are just so all over the place. I don't know if you guys, if anyone's in like university or whatever, or what the equivalent of university will be in different countries. Please tell me if this is the case. Like, are lecturers just all useless? Are they all just, like, so mixed? Sorry, let me clarify that. Maybe not useless, but, like, useless is a harsh word, because I don't think my tutors are necessarily useless. I just think they're a bit, like... Their priorities are in the wrong place, I think. They love the course so much, and they love what they're doing so much, but they just don't have a teacher's mindset. That's the problem I think they have. If they were more like a teacher... they probably would be a lot better. But they're trying to be like too down to earth with the kids that like it gets in the way, and they feel more like a friend as opposed to like an actual teacher, someone that you'd really respect the opinion of. Mainly because the opinions they have are mostly kind of bad, actually. Pretty bad. Again, it's not like people come into my room. It's not like, you know, my flat's really very active. I can be cooking for like an hour in the kitchen, and I will see not hair nor hide of any other living soul. I won't even hear them. I might hear them when I first leave my room, but for that entire hour, nothing. No one comes out of the room, no one comes to say hello. It's so weird. I saw my old flatmate like earlier today, and it was like, yeah, we should meet up, we should do something. Cool, epic, amazing. Why am I not getting this with my new flat? I'm not really too mad at that, because it just means I can be left to my own devices and do shit. But like sometimes like you want that like interaction. Luckily, I get that from my girlfriend. I see her a lot, and it's very nice when I do see her. That's putting it very lightly. I absolutely love spending time with her. She's fantastic. But like, that's all I get from people. The people on the course I don't really see, because I don't want to like intrude in their lives, or like, you know, force myself into a friendship group. I don't really want to spend time with other people in the accommodation, because like, it's just sort of whatever. It's something I realized when I was younger. Like, I'd go to like quote unquote parties, is what we called them, or seshes. A sesh is what you'd also call them, I guess. And like, I find that like I was just drinking loads and loads because I think subconsciously I knew I don't want to be here really. I don't want to be in this situation. I don't really like these people. And that's just how it was. I'd go to some parties, quote unquote, and I'd go, not really for most people, I'd go for the couple people I knew who I was actually friends with. And then everyone else was like friends with the host. And it's like, you know, leave them to their devices. I just want to like be antisocial, quote unquote, and talk to the people I actually want to talk to. Like, that's it. And then the host would come in and be like, oh, you're being very antisocial. And it's like, well, no, I just don't want to speak to these people. I want to speak to the people that, like, I know. I obviously never said that because, like, I'm like, nah, nah. It's those things where, like, you wish you said something and then, like, you just never do you? You never do in the moment. But afterwards, you always kind of think of, like, yeah, I should have said this. Not even like it was an like a comeback like it usually is. Just a case of, like, no, this is just something I should have said. To be fair, I've given so much personal info out anyway. It's like, you know, it's whatever. I don't really mind. I don't really mind. It's just, you know, getting to know me, you know. It's just like a weird podcast, isn't it? Really. Podcast with just dumb Ashita Joe in the background. And the occasional Ashita Joe information. But unfortunately, with character like Usman Somkit, I ain't got much to say. I want to do a video like the Double Dragon video. I really like that one. I really enjoyed playing that game. I might play it again, to be honest, with a different character. And like a different setting. Because there was loads of different game modes, to be honest. I'd happily do that again. I had a lot of fun with that. I just done the dumb stuff, but I've just been doing so much like Ashita Joe shit. Like recording so many Ashita Joe videos. That like, I wouldn't say I'm burnt out, but kind of burnt out from it. You know, it's like this is a game that kind of takes a lot of you because it's so nothing that you kind of just feel a bit like deflated whenever you do it, especially when you do like a lot of it. Like if yeah, I feel like 3 or 4 videos a day. I keep saying film, record. Everyone and their grandma is making a video on this fucking Piglet game. I could easily do that. I'm not going to, because I think that's just like, it's not what I'm about. You know, this channel is ultimately to kind of, well, not ultimately, but in a way, it's to help gain a new audience for my writing, my books. But I'm not going to do like a cheeky thing. I'm just going like, oh, I'm just going to do Piglet's Big Game. I'm going to do like the newest thing. Because it's like, it's boring. That's just kind of my issue, is just, the game is so flat. The SNES game has more to it. And it's really primitive. And just not very in-depth at all. But this game just has so little source to it. There is so little of interest to this game that playing through it, even as the brawlers, it was more fun because I had to like really focus. Even on easy mode, I had to focus to actually beat the game as them. But with these characters here, they're just fine. They're so just mid, and there's nothing interesting to them. At least with other games with mid-tier characters, they still are fine to play as. They're still interesting, but in this game, they are just honestly the most uninteresting things in the entire world, and they're just really dull. The fact that Joe is a perfect final boss because just of how broken cross counter is, it makes him a perfect final boss. And the fact that you don't know his AI because you never fight in story mode, so like his AI is just totally unique to here, which is pretty cool. But I also think it's really fun having the main character be the final boss. That's a really cool thing, to be honest. Alright, Usman, you've been the most boring person to play as. What's your ending? Ooh, he's having a bit of a boogie. Nice.